Hello everyone, it's Junie. So I actually wanted to show you guys an extended chart for summer wealth. I've been asked to look if there is asteroids that have summer's name on it. So you know how when we pull a crime chart and we're looking to see if there is an asteroid that has our victim's name on it. So I've been asked a few times about this, and yes, it does. Someone sent me an email saying summer does have an asteroid, and I said, well, I decided not to use it. And I'm just going to explain to you why I decided not to use summer's asteroid. Okay, so we're going to go to the extended chart selection in astro.com and show you that there's there's thousands and thousands and thousands of asteroids in the sky. Okay, Chiron, Ceres, Pallas Athena, Juno, all of these. Okay, they're all important. Now you can plug in the victim's name here. All right, so I'm going to show you how I do it, and I'm trying my best. I haven't figured out how. I'm not really tech savvy, guys, so this is how I'm doing it. I know I'm still learning how to edit and things, so I'm just sharing my screen with you guys like this because it's what I know how to do. So I'm going to show you why I decided not to use summers. So you go to the letter S for summer, and I'm looking for Summer, and I only wanted to have her name only. Okay, this is where it gets kind of and I'm going to show you why I decided not to use it. Okay, so you can see here there's Sumner. Okay, let me get you up close so you can see. There's Sumato, there's Summer Science, Summer Johnson, Summer Field, Suma. Okay, so but it's not just plain summer. That's what I'm looking for. Now, when they were looking for her, they were like, there was a while back, I went on here and pulled up Summer's Field when they were looking in that field for her. I remember doing that chart. I don't know if I showed that chart to you guys or not, but so this is where you enter like suspects' names, victims' names. I'll enter like if I know there's like lies involved in the chart, I'll enter lies. There isn't asteroid lies. I mean, here it is right here for you guys, where it says in the Bible, God numbers and names all of the things in the universe. God numbers the stars, God numbers the planets, and God numbers the asteroids. Well, here's all their numbers right here. Okay, so there's thousands and thousands and thousands of these, and they're floating above our head at any time during the day. So let's see if there's one for Candace. I'll go to C. So I'm deciding not to enter Summers because it's just not her name. I want the asteroid to only have their name alone. Okay, I hope that makes sense, because I don't want to come up, because somebody could say, oh, you entered Summer's asteroid, but it says Summer's Field or Summer's Johnston's or something like that. So that's why I didn't add it, just so you understand. Okay. We're looking for Candace. And I wanted to say her name only. I don't want it to say Candace's Field or Candace's, I mean, maybe if it said like Candace House or something like that, I might add it. But we're looking specifically for Candace. Sorry, I'm shaky. I'm trying to do all this with one hand. chaos. You know, if there's like a lot of chaos or confusion, I might add that. I mean, just like there's one for sushi. There was an asteroid named Sushi. There's an asteroid named Surfing. So if a victim was surfing, I might add asteroid surfing to see where it shows up in the crime chart. I hope that makes better sense. Casper, Casey, looking for either Candy. Well, I don't really even want to use Candy. I want to use her real name, just Candace, and I don't want anything else added to it. There's Candy. Can you see that right here? So there's Candace, 4899. I'm going to select that. Let's see if there's an asteroid for the Wells. Wendy, Weiser, W-E-L-L. There it is, Wells, see? Now I'm going to use that one because look, it just has Wells. There's nothing added to it, nothing, just the Wells, okay? 1721. We're going to click off that. Let's see if there's one for Don. Letter D. There's Donner, Doman, Donald Paul, Donald Johnson. Now there is Don, but see it has this last name here, and I don't think I should add it because there's something additional to it. If it only, there's a Donald Duck, look at that. Donald Duck, that's funny. Donald Davies, Donald Prey, interesting. I might enter that one. Let's see where that one shows up. It might not even show up, but I'm going to click it. All right, so we have Donald Prey. Now, I would prefer it just say Don or Donnie. Or, well, here's one that says Don, but it's D-O-N-N. So, on top of Donna. I'll enter this one instead of the other one. Let's see if where they show up. Now, what's important on a crime chart, okay? 8th house of death is important, I would say. 8th house of death, sex, taxes, other people's money. The 4th house is the house of in the womb and in the tomb. You know, it's an important house. Okay, let me get rid of Donald Prey. No, moves too fast. Maybe I'll do 2 charts. And let's show the chart, see what we get. So we have the Wells, Dawn, and Candace. Just their names, okay? I didn't add Summer because it had all this other stuff added to it. Okay, so here's the chart. We're looking at 5 p.m. with asteroids of Dawn, named Candace, and named the Wells. And I just explained to you why I didn't want to add Summer. So we're at 5 o'clock, 5 p.m., 5:20, okay? Trying to get it so you guys can see. So, in a crime chart, the first house rules the victim, here. The 7th house rules the open enemy to our victim, here. The 8th house rules death. The 4th house rules endings. The 5th house rules leisure, partying, and it rules children and family. This house rules family as well at the house. This house rules travel. This house rules possessions. This house rules your victim. I was kind of hoping to enter the names of the family to I was kind of hoping it would make them look better. And it still makes me very torn about the family. It's not making me feel much better about them. Let me explain why. Sorry, I had to open the window because my daughter came in and she burned wontons. She was cooking wontons and she burnt them, but she used red hot chili pepper flakes, and I had to open the window because my throat is burning. So just excuse me. She likes those fried wonton dumplings. Okay, anyway. Candace is showing up in the house of endings. Here. And she's really hugging that AC line, which rules the victim. Candace is showing up in Scorpio. Guys, this isn't good. Scorpio is not good on a crime chart. First of all, Scorpio rules the house of death. It rules taxes, inheritance, other people's money, obsessions, secrets. Some type of trauma. And the 12th house rules your self-undoing, your self-unfolding. Here's the 12th house. Candace is in the 12th house of endings and secrets. Secret affairs. She's in the 3rd degree, so I'm going to remind you about some of the ancient sayings that we have that come from ancient astrologers. If you've ever heard the expression, fits like a T, it comes from a T-square on a natal chart. Or that he's a square, they're square. It means they're a nerd, right? Well, that comes from a square appearing on their chart sometimes. In the 3rd degree, they got a tongue lashing, a 3rd degree. So this is at 5:20. Candace is in the house of the 3rd degree rules Gemini, because Aries is the 1st degree, Taurus is the 2nd, Gemini is the 3rd, Cancer is the 4th degree. So she's communicating with someone. What is she communicating about? Well, she's communicating about she's in the house of endings. She's in the house of secrets it's being ruled by Scorpio here right now. Over here in transits, we have Venus in the 1st house which rules our victim on this chart. The DC line is showing Taurus. The DC line rules our victim. And Taurus is ruled by, oops, sorry, it's jumping around. Taurus is ruled by Venus, right? Here's Taurus, right here. You can see my little mouse. It's ruled by Venus, which usually represents a female, but not always in a crime chart, but usually. And Venus is on the outside here of Scorpio, in the first house, in transits. The 911 call doesn't come in for an hour. Now, the asteroids that we entered into this chart was Candace, Don, and the Wells. The Wells are showing up here in communication. The 21st degree is in rules Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules religion, church. Siblings, Gemini, communication, brothers. Don is in communication as well. Are they communicating about a death? Because it's the 8th house here. The Wells are showing up in the house of death. It's not a good house to be in. Mars is pointing at the family. I swear the brothers saw something, or they know something. There's something up with these brothers. I don't know what it is, but these brothers know something. Let me look at the 17th degree of Mercury. Leo. Leo rules children. Leo rules the 5th house. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I have the window open, so it's loud out there. 17th degree of Gemini. I'm going to look at it in a negative way. Remember, we're looking at a crime chart, not a natal chart. Sorry, you guys are a little crooked. '21st degree of Sag. Death on dueling ground in a scuffle. A gallows. I mean, this is how specific astrology can get. A person who was murdered for drugs, money. 6th degree of Capricorn. You can kind of see it here, how we do it. 22nd degree in Pisces. That's a sad death. I think I saw 22nd degree on Pisces, or was it the 23rd? With Dawn being conjunct Chiron in Aries, that's anger, in the house that rules children. We have the moon out here, which is another giver of light, a giver of life, conjunct Chiron. We have this tragedy unfolding in the 7th house right now. It's tragic. It's something unexpected happening. I mean, if this is a legit kidnapping, they would have to know Dawn. There's some anger towards Dawn or fear. It's either anger or fear and rage towards Dawn. So it cannot just be some random person that was just stalking the family and came upon the family and took Summer. The family would have to know them. I mean, if it's a kidnapping. "25th degree, death by the hands of a man. 22nd degree, violent death. And Candace is pretty much so dancing between the 26th degree and the 27th degree of Leo, which means death as well, and it means crime and lying. If we go to the fixed stars, I was really hoping entering their names would make them look better, but I don't know. 27th degree of Leo all day. Musical arts, where she gives appreciation to some music. Sudden death by poison or drowning. Problems with the law, love affair, drugs. 27th degree, crime, lying. Right here. Crime, lying, stealing, suicide. 27th degree. Wealth, sound judgment. We're down here. Cleverness, prone to violence, self-seeking, danger, loss, mutiny, neutral. You know, she's not at a good degree in her fixed star position, and she's really not at a good degree for being in here, for showing up as Candace here. These two houses represent endings to some level. This is the house of death. This is the house of endings, and we have the well showing up in the house of death, and then we have Candace showing up in the house of yourself undoing, yourself unfolding, secret love affairs, and endings. And she's communicating. What time are we at again? 5 o'clock, right? We're at 5, about 5:20. Let's go back to 4. Go to edit. Then you go, this is where you change the hour. We'll try 4 o'clock. So the wells are still in the house of death. This is at 4. God, come on. Can't they look any better? I was really hoping this made them, like, better. And Candace is in the first house with the victim. In Scorpio. With the killer. Who's ruling the DC line here? The hell? We're at the 29 degree of algal. .29 at 4 o'clock isn't good either. It means death. And that there's been a decision made. It's a degree of fate. And it puts Candace right there with the victim. Now, this is just astrology, okay? It's not fact. It's just looking at the planets through crime, okay? But it does look suspicious. That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't look good for Candace to show up there. And she's communicating something bad because it's in Scorpio. Taurus is ruling the 7th house, which is ruled by Venus. She is communicating possibly with something about Pallas Athena here too, because isn't that Pallas Athena? Yeah. Anger, Dawn, the Wells and Gemini communicating, Candace and Scorpio. Oh, God, could she show up in any other degree? Pallas Athena is at the... Yeah. I mean, that is about parenting and custody, guys. Fostering. Pallas Athena is about... I'm sorry, no, that's wrong. I'm wrong. Pallas Athena is about the law. She is... I was getting her confused with Ceres. Pallas Athena is... a fighter for truth. But she also has to do with sometimes the law. So is Candace talking to another female? Something nefarious about the law, which could mean all the CPS stuff. I'm just putting it out there. And this would be at the home. .420. Summer's just about ready to enter Cancer. Mars is pointing at family, anger towards the family, an attack towards the family. And at 5 o'clock, we have Summer's body in a car. 4 o'clock, she's home. because Saturn is in the 4th house. And Aquarius is there, letting us know that, you know, tragedy is unfolding or has already unfolded. It's tragic. There, Uranus is the unexpected. So Uranus is smack dab in the middle of the 7th house. In transit, we have Uranus there as well. Jupiter can mean a husband or a male, a father, authority, an authority figure, someone with the military, someone with an authoritarian job. Or it means the husband. Jupiter rules the husband on some of your charts. This makes me very uncomfortable with Candace. She's right smack dab in Scorpio on the AC line here. And then she goes into endings. And she's talking, she's communicating. Here she's in contact with Jupiter, which is her husband, her authority. And over here we have Jupiter in transit. So here she's talking to her husband, she's talking to her authority. And in transit we have Jupiter here on the enemy line. The Wells in the 8th house of death. This doesn't look good for summer. This is at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, I hate to say it, I think Donna's with the boys. The North Node means they're together. Summer is square Uranus here. I mean, this tragedy is getting, you know, it's tragic for her. It's not good. Uranus can mean an accident, something unexpected to Summer. And it's square, so... I'm trying to put you down so you guys can see. Yeah, I was really hoping that I'd enter their names and it would make me feel more better, but it doesn't. One, here's another thing. Okay, Dawn in the 6th house of everyday events. This is anger and a wound. And in an hour, he's going to be in the 5th house of children and leisure. This is the house of children, leisure, and family. And everybody's connected to Neptune, the fog machine. Just this layer of some type of delusion. And Summer's in it too. Summer is opposite Pluto here, which can mean extreme stress to her. And it can mean death. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but I mean, I know we want to keep hope alive for Summer, but here, this isn't good. That her line goes right to death. And, you know, it's... with Uranus there in the 7th house of her open enemy, it's sad. It's just... it's not good. if this is a legit kidnapping, somebody is either angry at Don, but I'm just still very torn about the parents. I feel like they could be involved in it somehow. Especially with Candace showing up over here in the victim's house in Scorpio. It's just not good. And that the killer is here, ruling Taurus. You look for the planet that rules Taurus. Venus, conjunct Summer, with family, in the home. In transit, we have Venus over here. And Candace is here too. This is the house that represents the victim. So in another hour, when I go back to 5, let's look at 4. I thought that's what I was doing, looking at 4. Wait a second, I'm getting confused. Candace is sitting so close to that AC line, and Algo, oof, I don't like it. It's very uncomfortable. Oh, in the 8th house of death up there. The wells in the 8th house of death. It just, this is at 4. This is at 6:20, the 911 call. And Candace is in the house of endings. Herself unfolding, herself undoing. Don is in the house of children. Next to Chiron, a wound that does not heal. Oh, the wounded healer. Aries, he's angry. There's anger and rage. Now, is he angry and rage? Because his, this is when they're starting, who is he mad at? This is the 911 call. But it's weird that he's next to Chiron. It could be that, he's suffering a wound that will not heal. I don't know. It's very weird. This is at an hour earlier. And this is when Neptune really starts to play a role with this family. They're in shock. That makes sense because Summer is missing. They're all in shock. But why is it connected to Neptune with delusion and lies? Shock, delusion, and lies, secrets, drugs, alcohol. She's opposite Pluto here. And this is short journeys, travel, and distance in local neighborhoods. So she's possibly in a car here. A tragedy in a car. Saturn, Capricorn represents her DNA. This represents her DNA too. I was really hoping that entering their names would make me feel better, but it just doesn't. I feel the same. I'm still torn on it, okay? If it's a legit kidnapping, Don would have to know the person, because there's too much anger towards Don. If it is an accident to her head, then that's the shock. And then there's some type of cover-up. And Candace is just in Scorpio, pretty much so between 3 and 620. It's not a good position for Candace. First, she's in the 1st house, then she goes into the 12th house. It's just not good. This isn't a good position for her either, if we're just looking at it without the names of the asteroids. She's in a degree of lying all day. 23rd degree is connected to Uranus. It's connected to some type of shock at the house. Shock with children. I'm still 50-50 torn. If it's a kidnapping, it's because of Don. So that means Don would need to know them. If it is an accident, a legit accident, she may have passed away in the car or something, or while traveling. You know, maybe, you know, Candace is in the house of death. Is she communicating about a death? It's hard to say. Again, this is just astrology. It's not fact. I mean, this is just looking at the planets in a, you know, just to try to figure out what happened in a crime chart. Let me see if I can see 2nd degree of Leo. Second degree is in Taurus, and that can mean a possession, something I have, looking at Summer as a possession. Now, that could be that they're looking at her as a possession, the family too, because it's in children, Leo. It's really sad. 2nd degree rules Taurus, which is possessions. In Leo, which rules children and family. I really wish Candace wouldn't have shown up here. Like, I would feel so much better excusing the parents if Candace's asteroid didn't show up in Scorpio. But it does, and I need to tell you guys about it. I'm not happy with the well showing up in the 8th house of death and as the open enemy. That makes me uncomfortable. I mean, I'd rather them show up in the 9th house or the 10th house or something, but no, they're showing up in the 7th house and the 8th house. 7th house rules open enemy, the 8th house rules death, and it's conjunct the sun and the siblings. In the 8th house of death, Candace, I mean, these two houses are not good in a crime chart. I mean, they're just, guys, they're just not good in a crime chart, okay? They're just not. These two houses mean some type of an end. The 8th house of death, the 12th house of endings. Secrets, yourself undoing, yourself unfolding. Why is Candace showing up there? Why is Don showing up in the house of children? And then the moon transit, that's the mother. A secret, something hidden about a wound. A wound that will not heal. And everyone's connected to the fog machine. Even Candace goes down to death. Don goes down to death. summer goes down to death. It's very sad. Okay, so this is the astrology with their names. And I explained to you why I decided not to put Summer's name in. So I hope that makes sense to you. Blessings to you all. Blessed be. This is what I have so far. Remember, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Do not go out and, you know, harass the family and you know, oh, I just noticed this too. Look, Candace here, but in transits, Candace is over top of the moon. See that? Candace. So it matches up, guys. This planet, this moon, rules Candace, and in transit, we have Candace. So the astrology is matching up. You can't deny it. Boom, right there. Confirmation. That's Candace. It's ruling Candace. I really wish she would have not shown up in Scorpio. Scorpio rules death. Damn. All right. Okay. I don't want to keep going over this. So anyway, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Do not use this information to harass the Wells. The Wells still have rights. Okay. This is just astrology. I'm still a student of astrology. I could be wrong. Okay. I'm still learning. Remember, I'm still a student of astrology, but I'm just sharing with you what I do know. Okay. Blessings to you all. Blessed be. Bye-bye.